Okay, Muhammad, Chua, who else? Stop sharing that one. Okay, you can switch off your video. We continue with the next part. So I'll share my slide. Okay, so congratulations. I think as I said just now, you have done the discussions quite well, and from there you have already reached to uh, a conclusion or an agreement that you for the class for your own definition of research. And we see that class definition is not very different from the rest of the other groups. Okay, I'll show you the other groups. All the previous groups they have done. So we have a slides notes here, characteristics of good research. So I'm going to go through this, and once we finish, then we'll finish the class for today. Okay, so I'll share with you since 2020, what are the definitions that have been given by all the previous classes here. And as I said, they are similar, but of course not the same. Every class will be slightly different, but the main elements are still very similar. Okay, of course, you may want to comment that, oh, we don't agree with this and so on, but still that's their definition. That's their and they're proud with their definition. So I'm going to read this because this will actually what we want through this process from last week until this week is for you to really internalize and question yourself. What do we mean by research? And am I doing research? Am I doing the right thing? Is it fulfilling the process or the end, the objective of research that we've been talking about? Yeah. So that's the thing. So I read one by one. Research is a scientific and systematic investigation process to generate new knowledge and fill a research gap. Scientific and systematic investigation. We say scientific is already systematic. Why you want to put this? So it's just research scientific to generate new knowledge. Very exactly like what you said. Yeah, they said to generate. You said to develop. But they have something here to fill a research gap and fill a research gap. But they could not agree on these two. So one part, half of the class still say no. Yes, we want to simplify thing. Research is a scientific and systematic investigation process to solve a research problem. Okay, so research is scientific and systematic investigation process to solve a research problem. So until the end, they couldn't agree. So we put both of them. Okay. And here research is investigation process, but this is during COVID, you know, this part. Research investigation process, which is systematic and scientific. Okay, which starts with research problem or gap in knowledge, flaws in previous research or unknown, and ends with a solution. Okay, so still the solution that you mentioned, uh, the solution, they say start with research problem, start with gap in knowledge, but end with solution. That's interesting. Research is process of investigation involving scientific method by discovering new knowledge and facts from reliable sources with a view to find a solution to a problem. Okay? Research is process of investigation involving scientific method by discovering new knowledge and facts from reliable sources with a view to find a solution to a problem. I'm going to share these slides with you. Don't worry about it. Don't have to snap photo and so on. This 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 is notes. So we put inside our Google Drive. Later you can download it. But it's good that you can read all the definitions here again and again and again, as I said, to internalize the definition. Research is a process of investigation involving scientific method to discover new knowledge to find a solution to a problem. a process meditation involving scientific method, discover new knowledge, solution problem. Almost exactly like yours. Okay. Just a matter of the way it is written. But the elements are here. The scientific method, new knowledge, and solution to a problem. Here, research systematic process involving investigation, fulfilling scientific inquiry, analyze and problem solving, analysis and problem solving to contribute to the body of knowledge. Research is scientific process of doing investigation using a systematic approach in order to acquire new knowledge and develop solution to a particular problem. So you see the end here is always similar. Contribute to body of knowledge. Here to acquire new knowledge. Here develop solution to particular problem. Wow, we still 2022. Research is an investigating process by obtaining and analyzing data using scientific and systematic approach to find new knowledge. Investigating process, analyze data using scientific and systematic approach, find new knowledge. Research is a systematic investigation of any problem to bring improvement and innovation. They mentioned innovation first time. By using scientific method, previous knowledge or published work to reach a new understanding and generate new knowledge. So new knowledge always appear. Right. In November 2022, research is an investigative process using scientific method in which studies and observations are conducted within a defined scope to discover new knowledge. Research is a process of investigation of a research problem based on scientific specific method in order to improve the existing knowledge to find new one. This is yours. Okay, the top one was last class in October. Research is scientific and systematic process that begins with identifying a problem, reviewing literature, collecting, analyzing data, and come up with new knowledge. Okay, so they mention the process: identifying problem, review literature, collecting, analyzing data, and come up with new knowledge. Still scientific and systematic process. And this is yours today. Very simple, but has all the elements. I think maybe I would say one of the best. Research is a scientific study to develop novel knowledge or solutions for a given problem. So I think your definition is concise and it embodies most of what has been said by all the previous classes. So it's like an evolution from 2020 to 2024. Right. Anybody want to say anything or comment anything on what has been said by others and what you say today?
Professor and Bharathan,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Okay,
see,
Bharathan.
I see that past few years they have been incorporating the word investigative. Is investigative and scientific the same thing or like how, Professor? Investigative in the past few years.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, people put investigative process. Yeah. Yeah.
Is investigative and then the scientific is almost like a same meaning, or it's like a more like investigative, like an inquiry or finding literature like that. Scientific is like conducting experiment like that.
Okay. I open to you. Okay, you see here, research is a process investigation involving scientific method. Research is a process investigation involving scientific method. Research is a scientific process involving investigation. That's the other way. It's fulfilling scientific theory. Research is a scientific process doing investigation. Research is investigative process. Research is systematic investigation. Research is an investigative process using scientific method. Research is a process investigation of a research problem based on scientific specific method. Research is scientific and systematic process. No investigation here, and also you did not mention investigation. Anybody want to comment on that? So actually the word study here is almost similar to investigation, yeah? You can replace the study investigation. Research is a scientific investigation.
Oh, okay. Okay, Professor.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah? So basically, we can understand. So, but scientific is not same as investigation. Scientific has its own meaning. In fact, next week we are going to look specifically on scientific as an issue. Yeah, we're going to do in that. Okay, right. Now we go on. What is research? Okay. So this is the standard one that we see that from what the previous all your definitions can actually be I don't know the summarize or the main one. It is a process of investigation, a process of study. You investigate to find something. It is you investigate, yeah, to find something not known before. It should be new knowledge, and that is a keyword that is very very important for you to remember. Okay. There is no research if there is no new knowledge. And not necessarily fundamental, I think we mentioned we discussed today. So research is having to do with new knowledge. So that's why when we say our definition is applicable to all, it doesn't matter whether in humanities field or people doing history, for example, doing whatever, archaeology, uh, Islamic studies, and so on. Still, our definition should be applicable. So it is the process is scientific, okay, to develop novel knowledge. So it is systematic, controlled, empirical, critical investigation guided by theory. It's based on scientific method. So there are certain must be based on scientific method, but it must be guided by theory. You cannot just start from blank. There is no basis at all from theory. Yeah. Okay. So it must originate from a research gap or research problem. Research gap or a research problem. Follows the scientific method with specific and systematic process, plan, and procedure. Okay, so remember that research start from a research problem. If you do not have a research problem, you cannot do research. And in fact, although in your definition it's not mentioned, okay, that you start from the research problem, but here at the end of it, to develop new novel solution for a given problem, it's already mentioned. Okay, so the problem is mentioned here as the output, okay, which means that you have a problem in the first place. Then you find the solution. Okay, and you say about a research gap. That's the new knowledge, because when you say you want to develop a new knowledge, that means there is no knowledge before you start your research. That knowledge is not available. Otherwise, it's not novel. It's not new. Novel means new. It's novel, as again I mentioned here. Novel means new here. It's not Nobel Prize. It's not Nobel Prize. It's new. So you want to develop new knowledge. That means you must start from no knowledge or gap in knowledge. You want to develop solution for a given problem. That means you start from having a problem. That's why you see one of the definition from your colleagues or previous predecessors. It says it start from here. Verification process, we start with a research problem or gap in knowledge, flaws in previous research unknowns, and ends with solution. Okay, so ends with the new knowledge. If you start with the gap in knowledge, it means at end of it, you have new knowledge to cover the gap. You start with flaws in previous research, you get the solution or new understanding in covering the flaws of the previous knowledge. Okay, so you upgrade or repair or improve on other people's work. So that is basically the the characteristic of research. First, you must start from research problem. Ends with solution to that problem. Okay? And the process must be scientific. I think you can remember those three things. These are the three keywords which is most important. Okay. If this is the case, we go to here for a discussion. Okay. Just a simple discussion. What is the problem being solved by researchers digging archaeological sites in Egypt? What is the problem being solved by researchers sending probes to Mars to collect samples? What's the name of the probe? I forgot already. What is the problem being solved by a project entitled Enhancing Ion Transfer Using New Aluminum Alloy Anti-Corrosion Anodes? What is the problem being solved by research topic hydrodynamics of floating plastics? Now, because we say that all research must start with a research gap or research problem, what do you think is the answer to question number 1? Okay, I open for discussion. If you think about people doing research in, well, not necessarily Egypt, archaeological sites, anywhere, they go and study something. Are they solving any problem? What's the problem being solved? If they claim to be doing
Actually,
research, they must be solving a problem.
I'm
Anybody,
Bharathan, Professor.
anybody like to suggest something? Yes, Bharathan?
I think they are solving the problem. They're solving the history problem. So they are discovering whether the Egyptian way of living is how different from the others way of living like that. And also they are discovering what kind of technologies they uses in the past like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it's kind of research as well.
So it is research, yes. Okay. So you say the problem is solving problem of history. Yeah.
Yeah, solving the problem history. The past technology they've been using, the way of they have been living like that in the past, and
Mm-hmm.
also like the international connection between the Egypt or the to the what the American cities like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Okay.
exactly the American, but the like the what Mesopotamia, and then I like that, Professor.
Mm. Okay. Uh, nice. All right. Good try. Anybody else has a question or I mean a suggestion for the problem, or you want to comment on Bharathan's answer just now, please? Come on. Okay. Chua.
Prof, I think the problem that being solved by researcher at the archaeological site in Egypt and maybe the digging technology, they have some of the like the improvement or the better method for the digging the item and to try to like maybe for more faster or and to avoid the minimal damage to the other item.
No, what we mean is not the how they do it and so on. Okay, when they say that we are doing research, so we say, oh, you're doing research. What is your research problem? What's the problem you're trying to solve by doing this research? Why you spend money to do this research and you publish something? You say this is research. So what's the problem?
Prof, can I say something?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, we're talking
Right.
about 1 point, right?
Mhm.
What they are trying to solve, like from number 1, what is the problem being solved by researchers digging archaeological sites in Egypt? Prof, I think what they are trying to solve is to uncover facts that could clear doubts on some particular topics of interest. What they are,
Okay, uncover doubts.
yes, they are trying to uncover facts to clear doubts
Facts.
on historical
Facts and okay, uncover facts.
yes, uncover facts to clear historical uncover historical facts to clear doubts on subjects of interest.
Okay, but is that a problem?
Yes, there is a problem when there is a problem in the sense that there is a question left unanswered.
Okay.
Yes.
But is this a human being mundane problem? Is it related to something that solved our nowadays problem? You know, like for example, who's doing something about Nuris just now saying she's going to do about end of life vehicles, right? When she says that she's going to do that, it's related to our problem now. We have too many vehicles, and we want to we want to get rid of all these old vehicles and so on. So that's our human problem.
Yes.
Because of that, she's doing research about that.
Yes.
Okay. Fred,
Yes.
what is the title of your research? What hydrogen?
The title of my research is investigating the efficacy of hydrogen fuel gas turbines.
Okay,
although
right.
although the topic has not been although the topic
Yeah. It's okay. I know. So that means you start with the gas turbine has problem running hydrogen as a fuel, right?
Yes.
So because of that, I want to do this research.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that if at the end of your research, you're coming up with something useful for human being, yeah, for mankind.
Yes, sir.
So we call it a mundane problem. Same like Nuris just now, she's coming up with a solution how to handle this end of life vehicles, right? But
Yes.
what about these archaeologists? You know, they're spending money. And what the second problem? The second research. They spend money to send people to Mars. No, not people, not people yet. Probes to Mars. Okay, with all the difficulty and all the thing, and of course they publish good journal papers. So they're doing research, right?
Yes, sir.
Are they solving any human being problem like you or like Nuris?
They are not actually solving a problem. They are only making researches to contribute new development to a particular subject of interest, not necessarily a problem that was identified. So they are not really solving a problem, but contributing to already established facts.
Okay, right. Okay, anybody else has any comment on this the first two issue here? The archaeologists and the astronomers and scientists sending probe to Mars.
Can Prof?
Muhammad, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so
Muhammad.
both of them are investigating to figure out solution for problems that we don't actually know yet. For example, in Egypt, we don't understand how the pyramids are made yet. Until today, nobody understands how they are made and why they are made. Are they only a grave for old kings, or it's built for electricity transfer? Both of them are hypotheses, and we are looking investigating which one, and in case it became we figure out a new technology or something out of it. So it's a search in the past to understand what technologies they used, and maybe those technologies solve our current problem in whether if it's energy problems or if it's building problems. Now for the other one, for Mars, the objective is clear that there is a potential hazard to Earth, so people might need in future to go interplanetary around other places, but only figuring out solutions to go to Mars always give us solutions to our problems on Earth. Like they always give us solution for problems. For example, I'm not sure if this information is correct or not, but There are specific bins that is made. Okay, this is a fact. For example, the drilling machine, the cordless drilling machine is made because NASA needed to solve the problem of drilling in space. So now we have cordless drilling machines and screwdrivers that's based on batteries. So it is always figuring out solution for current problems and challenges that will usually give us patterns and other solutions for our current life on Earth. Yeah.
So you are extrapolating too much. Like for example, the Egyptians, the archaeologists, many of the people are historian, archaeologists, and so on. They're not interested so much with the technology, such, but they want to know maybe just what kind of food did they eat? How old was this mummy when she died? How did she die? You know, they're asking those kind of questions. And they do research and they can publish papers based on that. Just based on one mummy, they study that mummy until they publish one very good paper. So is it really something related to problem of man? Do our common mundane problem? No, right? It's more of curiosity or not wanting to know something. About?
Yes, Prof. I think I look at it, especially in Egypt. For us today, we are talking about to develop more smart cities, come to these all ideas. I think one of the things to understand the behavior of the society among different era, especially how the Egyptian was building a very strong civilization. So one of the thing is you have to study and know and you have to know that what Muhammad said also, Doctor. We can confirm about that. One of the thing is how the electrical or the because we have something we quote from the Quran, Doctor, that Allah Subhanahu wa Taala mentioned. Those guys in that era, they used to have industries, means they have their own technology, but we are not sure what kind of technology, and are we going to deep in research and reach to the technology which they have or not. One of the questions, for example, Muhammad also raised is about the pyramids, how they came out with the pyramids. One stone is very tons of kilo, is a 1 ton. So that's actually, if we could reach to that type of technology, we can develop ourselves. And the second thing, to develop ourselves, we have to study our behavior for generations. That is about I think Egyptian, but about the Mars and about Elon Musk and going to the Elon Musk and going to the Mars. I think also I agree with Muhammad that today the Earth we are less of resources. That's why we had them talking about a 1 golden billion on this Earth. Means and some they came with their theories. Okay, the COVID vaccine, they want to kill the rest of the people and so on. So there's a problem today with all these numbers. So they are trying to with less of resources they want to bring. And I think we don't forget one important thing, which is a political thing. So some of this research we don't just blindly believe, because it's seeking for political advantage, especially the war which happened. Who goes to the Mars first, Russia or US, to the moon, Russia or US, and so on.
Yeah, but okay, that is the political and so on. But still, for example, people want to go to the moon. You go to the moon, you try to solve which problem? The problem is, I mean, what you think about researchers themselves when they write their paper,
Yes.
the problem statement, or the thesis is their problem statement that they're going to write inside their thing. So even the archaeologists, when they write the problem statement in their thesis or in their papers,
Yes.
what is it? The purpose of our research is to what? So is it really to find technology? No, these people are. I thought they are historian. They are
True.
archaeologists. They don't think about that. They think more about how old is this? How when was it? Is it 5,000 years ago? You know, so they want to put carbon dating and everything. So maybe there is actually just end there. It's not going to be used for anything.
They want to
So are they
add.
doing? Are they solving any problem in their research?
They want to
Not
add
really.
library of knowledge.
They want to add?
Library of knowledge of certain topic. Increase the library of knowledge.
So if
Just
you go back to here, okay, or even before this, when we talk about research, always start from uh, there a process
Problem
we need to
statement.
find something not known before,
Problem.
right?
I believe, excuse me, Prof. It's me, Noris. I believe,
Yes.
I believe it's merely
Mm-hmm.
because of first thing is curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
We want to know as simple as who lives here, or can we do that, or
Mm-hmm.
can we live on Mars?
Mm-hmm.
So that is a very broad um information, right? Broad
Mm-hmm.
ideas, but they try to specify who lives here, when they live here, uh,
Mm-hmm.
what lives here. Uh, I believe there are the questions. They're all using
Yeah.
all the questions. Kata tanya. What do you call it in English? Ah, kata tanya. The words, the keywords of um
Mm-hmm.
questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
When, why, who, which.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. How. There are the
Okay.
yeah. That's my opinion.
So that means that Nuris is saying that basically it is a
Curiosity.
curiosity. So that means you do research, maybe you're not solving any human problem, not related at all. Somebody will use the research result for human solving human problem is different. But I'm already doing research, even if I'm not solving any human problem. Yes, I just want to know something. For example, you see, last time even NASA sent a probe to an asteroid. Sent to a probe to an asteroid. Asteroid is just it comes. It's not really something stationary. You know, you just want to go and there. What is this? What's the composition of this asteroid? Where maybe it's related to Earth, or maybe it's related to the Moon. Maybe it's coming from some other planet and so on. So you just want to know. But they are doing research. You know, you don't say that they are not doing research. They do research. James Webb. Maybe you heard about James Webb. James Webb Telescope.
Yes.
There are many,
Yeah.
thousands of researchers are involved in James Webb.
Yes.
That's a telescope program. Uh, if you ask why do they what are these researchers doing? You know, they're looking at galaxies 360 billion years ago. What has it got to be related to my daily life here or human being life? To know something about what happened 360 years ago, how whether Big Bang really occurred and so on. So those are really the questions being asked. You know? So it is more of curiosity or wanting to get the knowledge because nobody knows about it. So that's why I want to study. That is what we call as this originate from to find something not known before, new knowledge. That means we want to relate to what your research is. You must find that unknown first before you start your research. Okay, your research must originate from a research gap or a research problem. Research gap is whatever that no research has been done in this part. No one knows about this. based on published knowledge that I've gone through in the literature review, nobody has done it. So that is my research gap. That is the unknown that I'm going to find the answer to. So that is my research problem. So you can understand that, then you can understand, or you can answer the question, what's the problem being solved at research is digging. Okay? Basically, they just want to know, because nobody knows. Okay, nobody knows about that mummy. So I want to study about the mummy. When did it happen? Is it 5,000 years ago, 4,500, or whatever? How did she die? And who are her families? What happened at that time, and so on. And that's it. I just published that. Yeah, I've done my research. Okay, I got my results. So I can publish a paper, I can publish a thesis just by looking at that. I'm not solving any human problem. I'm not coming up with any solution for human problem, human mundane problem. But still, I've done my research because I've fulfilled a key element in research, that is generating, or you say developing new novel knowledge. It's basically just new knowledge. People do not know before this that the pharaoh has 3 daughters. We found a new daughter. Okay, something like that. So that is new knowledge. Oh, published. Wow. So that's an original research. Okay, by knowing just that the pharaoh at that time, the pharaoh at that time has 3 daughters instead of 2, has nothing to do with human being mundane problem now. But still, it is a finding that is important from research point of view. Addition to the knowledge, to human knowledge, that that pharaoh has 3 daughters. We found a new daughter that nobody has known before. Okay, so that's the main point that I want to stress here in this part of the class. We'll continue this next week.